And I'm looking forward for today's session. I will be in the background, but I know Oleg, Arancha, they've been working a lot on the coaching side and how through their methods and so we can help. And this is a very, very important area. I think if people and research talks about one area that we're going to evolve towards is being more coaches and mentors, uh, especially with the disruptions that we're seeing. So I'm very excited and looking forward for what they put together. We have Macarena as well. She's an expert in the topic, so I'm sure we'll learn from them and see how we can help. I've been doing a bit of thinking about the group as well, and I think the things are going super better than I thought. You're doing great job, so we might need to evolve faster in how we want to turn this group in something a bit more formal, an association, a non-profit, a foundation, where we'll have members and so on. So these are thoughts that I want to share once they're a bit more mature and I talk to some legal experts. But I do think that we'll need to formalize just because you've been doing such a great job. I thought maybe in a year or two, and now we're talking to do these changes in just about 6 months of getting started. So that's good news. But I pass it on to Arancha. Arancha, I just ask you to accept participants as they join. I'm
Okay.
going to record it and then just close the session at the end together with Oleg. So here, let me just, I like to put it on Facebook. So Oleg, if you want to do a small intro first, or Anancha, and I pass you the thing in a second. Just going to put it in Facebook Live.
Yes. I cannot share my screen yet, Antonio? So
No, just a small introduction. I'll pass you
Yeah,
the.
I will talk for a minute. Right. Hi to everyone. As a group of coaching and mentoring group, we've been thinking a lot what to offer, what's most important, particularly these tough days. And what happens? The vast majority of businesses, organizations, struggling with one simple and the most common thing. They don't know where to go. And I was talking, for instance, with one of the largest IT companies, and the guy said, okay, we quickly realized that there is no room for internal politics. We need vision. We need to know where to go, otherwise we are dead. And so this issue is quite critical. Whether it is in a time of COVID or any other time, the greatness of success directly depends on the greatness of a vision. And so when we start thinking, okay, what we could offer, we could do something about corporate culture in a good quality. We could do about leadership behavior. So we end up thinking about what is most important, and it is vision and visionary leadership. Actually, in fact, we are living in a time of leadership blindness. I did a bit of research, and Antonio is aware of this research. There are only 0.1% of leaders can be, or say, actually have vision. And so our group decided to focus on visionary leadership. This is with what we could help organizations. Arancha, yes. And I will do a bit of on my screen in a bit easier way. Thank you very much, Arancha.
yeah.
And we can't talk about innovation. We can't talk about sustainable development or simply meaningfulness of organizational existence without having a vision. So we look how we could help in this sense. We offer masterclass on how to create a strong and compelling vision. And in this sense, we are in a strange situation because vision is praised or even idolized, but often not sufficiently appreciated. Vision cannot be bought. At the same time, vision is not a gift. Vision is a huge pragmatical thing, which is greater than an organization, greater than any leader, greater than any person himself. So it's not a statement drafted during a board meeting. For those things, he could invite any blogger and pay him $100 or couple of $100, and he would write you nice wordings. This is a huge force that created within you or your company. And it's powerful enough to make a positive difference to the world. And a vision is a 6-step process. And so it's the master classes are based on a well-proven and well-tested model, which called CAVIAR. Clarity of creation, ability, viability, influence, acting, and revitalizing. The whole program is quite long. It's 12 to 14 hours. And so we decided what is more important. It's the first part, clarity of creation, how to help companies to create that vision. And in this sense, it's very important. And it could be done in a matter of 1.5 to 2 hours sessions for C-suite and executives, and help them to understand what it's all about. In a simple fact, vision comes when your conscious awareness of a problem you want to solve reaches its peak. And it must be supported with a number of factors. And so it's really exciting process. And I do myself the courses on this, and I really honored and excited how people grow over the matter of these days. I have my clients, and I'm really fascinated myself what's level they're achieving in a matter of a short time. I will stop for a second talking for a moment, because Arantxa has experience of this, and Ian Mitchell has experience of that. Guys, can you share your experience, please? Arantxa,
Yeah,
what's
sure.
What's your experience?
So from my part, okay. So since the beginning, I'm not a person. My background is not. So I'm in this group, in coaching group, not for me as a coacher. I joined this group, to be honest, because I like coaching people, but coaching people from my background. I'm from project management and process improvement background. And I have been leading teams my whole life, from functional point of view and hierarchically as well. And actually, I like to help my team. I like my team can grow, but I never thought about having a vision or having how I would like to be in the future. And how to do this vision as an investment of future. I have never thought about this. And talking with Oleg and joining this team, I have realized, and I have had the opportunity to attend to Oleg's training course for visionary leadership. And my experience is this is a super powerful tool, and can be really, really, really beneficial, not only from personal point of view, that as well, and can help you to grow as personal, from family point of view, from friends point of view, but it's super powerful in business as well. For example, I changed my job during this high peak season of the pandemic we are. And the company I work for now is a startup. It's called Citybox in Spain. And the founder, he has a really clear vision, okay, on what he wants for the company, for the people, for the customers, and for the society. But vision is one thing, and vision has to be together with culture. And from my point of view, participating in this visionary leadership course has helped me to understand that with my vision, creating my vision, I can help even Citybox, the business I part of now, aligning with the company vision and helping my team to grow into this vision. So, and this can be really, really, really super beneficial. So for me, it has been a kind of inflection point because I didn't think that could be this quite of, for me, it's an investment in the future. I was never been thinking about the future. And now I'm trying to go in the process of creating a vision. In the course we were together, Ian will talk later, there were different kinds of levels of maturity with this vision approach. For me, I was really, really, really novel at this, but I realized that some people were thinking about having these visions since long time or quite time ago. And this can help to accelerate because this is a process. At the end, it's not just, no, I want to have a vision. Yes, you want to have a vision, but you need to know how. And most likely can every one of us, with help, with coaching, with this kind of coaching, because for me it's more a process on how to develop and all the variables that you need to consider to success. And this is an investment on the future. For me, has been an inflection point. And this is all, and I'm super happy with this. And for sure, I have joined Oleg's team coaching in order to facilitate and in order to help with my background and not for doing the coaching classes, but for facilitating them. I how to say in
Arantxa, you're brilliant at what you do and much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.
You. Ian, what about your experience, please?
Oleg, can I share my screen?
Arantxa, can you help with that?
Yes.
You are the queen of a button.
Okay.
You're still in control.
Just a second, because it's the first time I'm doing this on Zoom, so, okay.
If you find Ian in the...
Yes, Ian, yes.
And
yes.
You make him. Yes, Ian, welcome.
You are now ready.
Yeah.
You could go on, Ian.
I will do it just off my top of the head then.
Yeah. No, you could.
Either there.
Yeah, now the screen is shared with you now. You could.
Okay.
Yes, you could share, Ian?
Can you see that?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, I'll do it freestyle, no problem. Basically, the course format, it's a group of experienced and aspiring leaders from multiple global backgrounds. Most companies I've worked for over the years do not have a clear strategy. They may have something that they bought in. They may have something they've been working to for 3 to 4 years. But we all know at the end of COVID, people are going to have to revisit their actual strategy. The loss in income, the changes in priorities are going to mean that companies are going to need to look and revisit what their previous strategies were. The course commences with self-reflection on the skills and experiences you've had to date. 15 powerful questions I have and I can. You consider your experience along with the other delegates. they actually begin to stimulate you along checking what skills you have and what skills you need to develop. The course format is short facilitated sessions and breakout groups where you're encouraged to share and develop your vision. Your vision is then reviewed against a simplistic model, but powerful caviar. Oleg actually admits he has a history of fishing. I believe that's where the caviar idea actually came from.
Yeah.
Simple model, which is supported by questions, which continually challenge as you go through the sessions, how clear your vision is, how robust the vision is. The cohorts on the course have a mixture of life experiences that add value with their critique and the development of your own vision. Contacts and critiques are openly shared by the group and their connections, all the time facilitated by Oleg. If you decide to take it a little bit easy, he will poke you. Sorry, he will encourage you to consider more. As we know from this group, the breakout groups are no doubt the most powerful part of the approach. The process takes about 3 to 4 hours each day, 5 hours including homework. Highly recommend it. I developed my own personal vision. The personal vision is a vision of the Green UK. The UK led the Industrial Revolution. We took part in the Consumer Revolution and attended the Digital Revolution. We can now, from a UK base, begin to lead the worldwide Green Revolution. Green UK for your children and, more importantly, your children's children. Do you want your children's children to have a life of hunger, thirst, fighting cancer and other diseases? Or do you want to leave them a green UK where they can thrive and grow? Why be an optimist? More importantly, greenness will win. Thanks, guys. The course is extremely powerful. The vision there came to me during the actual attendance on the course. The group encouraged me to prioritize the areas. They also introduced me, as we know from this group, to a group of worldwide leaders in various fields of green development. Hopefully, all companies, as we come out of COVID, will begin to think about the sustainability of what they produce and how they do it. Cheers, Oleg. Format's yours.
Thank you very much, Ian. So more or less, we're talking about the most critical part, which is about creating a vision, and here we're about to go. We don't promise people that they will get a clear vision within like a couple of hours, but we can promise people that they will have crystallized vision, or at least crystallized understanding what they are on about, which we believe is quite critical. Arantxa, can you take a lead and present the team and what we do further, please?
Yeah, the point is that I cannot share anymore. So Ian, what?
Yeah, you should make yourself an organizer again.
Just a second. Just a second.
And just to say, there's 5 people waiting in the waiting room as well.
All right. So yeah.
No, no more. There are no more people.
No. As soon as you get as organizer, you will see them all.
Okay, I cannot do it.
Ian, can you put back?
I've got an end in the bottom right here. Now I'm going to end the meeting for the whole. How do I hand the meeting back to?
Yeah, let them in, and please make Arantxa an organizer again.
Right.
Meanwhile, you can check the sharing screen button, and on the right, you can see let all the participants share. So if you do that, you let Arantxa share, but you will need to let people in during the session, but at least she could share her screen.
Okay.
Sorry, you say on the right, top right, start to the bottom.
Yeah, sharing a screen, and then you will have an option which is let all the participants share their screens.
I've got a basic desk. I can now see my desktop. Share,
Okay.
there we are.
Yeah, here we are.
Great.
Okay, let me try.
I
No,
can admit the participants,
Yes, please.
which is good. Yep.
but I cannot share my screen.
Okay, let's start chat in a simple way without presentation. We still know what we're talking about.
No, for sure, for sure. The point is, it's much better if the others, can see the screen, not for us. But Ian, can you?
Yep.
Because you should be able, because the host, for me, the message is the host has killed the function of sharing.
All right. So,
We
Okay,
can see the last slide of your presentation. Click to the first slide.
sorry?
We can see the last slide of your presentation.
Okay, let me continue without sharing, okay?
Okay.
So
we have done a brief on what this is about, okay? With Oleg experience. Oleg, I don't know if you...
stop sharing the screen, Ian, ladies. Then we'll see each other. Stop sharing the screen. Okay.
Okay.
And we will talk.
We are seeing Ian's screen.
Yeah, Ian, we see your screen. Stop sharing a screen.
Okay. Stop share. There we are.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
And now
Sorry
what you
about that.
do, find in members Arancha and make her administrator. That's
I've
simple.
got a rancher.
Yeah, and if you walk with a mouse around her name, you will see make her an administrator, organizer. That would be simple.
The one thing I can't see is anything for organizer. Sorry.
Participants. Can you see participants?
I've got a rancher actually in a small screen. I look
No,
over
no,
it.
no,
I've
no.
got
On the bottom row, you could see members.
I've
So
got participants now. Yes.
click on them, find Arancha, and make Arancha organizer. That's it.
It doesn't give me that choice. It gives me chat, stop video, spotlight video, make host. There we are. Make host.
Okay, okay,
There we are.
okay. Ignore it. Okay, Arancha, please. Arancha, you're an organizer again.
Just a second.
Thank you.
Now I can. Done is done.
Great.
You did something, Jan.
Sorry about that, guys.
No issue.
In the 21st century, it's all right.
It's okay. We need some coaching on technology too.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, Arancha, please.
Okay, so we have been explaining, Oleg has explained what is this about. Either Jan and myself, we have given you some insights about this visionary leadership that is an investment for success. And the team, who we are, Oleg running the visionary leadership masterclasses, okay? Macarena, that is in the call, she's going to support us. She's a coach as well. Macarena, do you want to make a quick introduction?
Okay, thank you. Well, I just came to the team. I just joined the team last week. So I'm learning with you now the content of the proposal, and I'm there to support whatever will come now. So I'm working as a coach in Brussels, mainly for the European Union. I'm also a trainer in social and emotional intelligence issues. So I'm there to listen and to see how could I bring something, or how could I support the team. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Macarena.
Can I just talk about Macarena? I know her for years, and she loves to learn techniques. She's one of the person that more knowledgeable about all the concepts, technologies, everything around coaching. She learns and she knows a lot. And by the way, she was the first one and only one who made me walk on fire. So hopefully one day we can get all together and Macarena will make us walk on fire. That was an incredible experience that we had with Macarena. So we're very glad to see you, Macarena.
Thank you.
Great.
We need that, but not remotely. We need to do it face to face.
Next year.
Next year,
Sure.
we hope so.
Okay, we continue.
Yes.
As we have been talking, so the idea of these master classes are to have 1 hour and a half. The capacity is up to 50 participants. This first session will be free of charge, will be as pro bono class. And
Rancha, may I stop? This, not just first session, this session is self-sufficient itself.
yeah,
Because
sure, for this
it's
clarity.
not like a piece of something, it's not a taster, teaser. It's a self-sufficient piece itself, right? And we're just marking as 1.5 hours, so if it will take a little bit more, who cares? It's not a problem. The aim is to help. Yes, sorry.
Yes, and this is our initial approach since the very beginning is just to create this this global work team to help in this I would say circumstances. Okay, and then for those who would want to continue, this will be under agreement. Okay, but as Oleg is commenting at the end, should be self-sufficient, but and this is from my experience. I would say if you are in the aim to have this vision, at the end you would need more. This is my personal point of view based on what I've learned until now. Okay, and what we expect from customers, because we are doing, at the end, we are doing an investment from our side, and we need from customer as well some commitment, okay? And some effort and engagement. This is something that for us is really, really important, because it's not that they will be passengers at the end in this masterclass. They could be, but we want them a value for this masterclass, because if they can benefit, they will have a really a gain on this. Okay, so at the end, this engagement will have 2 parts. At the very beginning, before the masterclass, to fill in a questionnaire about his aspiration, about their aspirations, about their expectations, the motivation of attending the master classes. And at the end, we will ask them to fill a feedback questionnaire, okay? To understand if this has been valuable for them, if they need more advice, more coach, if how they are going to put this in place. So we will be with them, I would say, if they are interested in.
Yes, actually, it's not about tick a box session. It's really about thinking, writing, being engaged and fully committed. And therefore we want, as Rancha rightly said, we don't want passengers. We want really people who are engaged and they would be about to put this into action. So to get something tangible out of it.
Yeah.
Really valuable and tangible. Yes, thank you.
So we are ready to start this whenever we have potential I would say, companies or potential customers for doing this. So what we are asking in this group, as all of us, we have a lot of connections, we have we know a lot of people, a lot of companies, to share this with all your contacts. And if somebody is I would say, want to do it, okay, let us know, send us the contacts, and we will contact them, and we will set up the session, set up the masterclass. Okay, so this is really key, and this is one of the main objectives of this session, just not only sharing the work we have done so far, but actually how to the next steps of putting this in place. And this is, I would say, in this, we, all of us, we could contribute.
Yeah, thank you, Arantxa. Actually, I need to add, yes, as we do this pro bono, we don't know how many sessions or master classes we will do, 5, 6, 10, or don't know more, but we will try to do as many as possible to help as many businesses as possible, but we all got personal limitations, right? Or, time constraints, or, but at least we're about to do quite a good line of those master classes. Thank you. You have a special slide for thank you. Cool.
Okay, so we would like now just you to share your thoughts about this, about what you think about this initiative, if you think it's valuable, if you have been doing something similar, open to questions.
So if you have questions or thoughts, please share.
I have a question, Arantxa, Oleg.
Yeah?
How scalable is this concept? How many people can we reach? What's the impact expected?
Antonio, infinite number. It can be people from any industry or companies, organizations from any industries, from any countries. We are looking mainly at large and medium-sized organizations, right? Who are really, because it's a matter, if you're training a C-suite or top executives, they're more likely to make a huge impact on the whole organization, rather when you would be training a small company owner who might have impact on 2 people. So with the same effort, you're training a guy who's 10,000 people, and that's his different impact. So it's absolutely scalable. And I have experience with doing this with companies in the US, in South Africa, in Russia, UK. Yeah, so it's very good scalable. And particularly, we're giving them a knowledge how to do it with others. We're sharing this knowledge so they can take it and go to their teams or to their colleagues or to their peers and share it.
Thank you, very interesting.
Oleg, may I ask a question?
Please.
Will you support them through the implementation of the strategy as well? McKinsey's sell the strategy and then run, in my experience. I had experience with them in 2002 developing a retail strategy with Barclays. They sold us the strategy, which I'm going to say wasn't scalable.
Yeah.
And when we actually asked them if they would continue to support during even the early stages of the implementation, the answer was figure that out yourselves.
Ian, you know my approach, that I'm supporting everyone with whom I work. Mm-hmm. You know that.
Yeah.
And I take it quite personally.
I think it's important because basically the vision, as you say, is the first step.
Oh yeah.
There is then quite a bit of effort, which most companies do not get right when it comes to the implementation.
No. It's not, you see, and for instance, approach is simple. Vision is a journey. You can't leave people just showing them a direction and leave them on their own. What I could only restrict, say, guys, because it's some kind of a pro bono, I would allow you just like 1 hour in a month to have a chat with you, you know, and go through that. That's, you know, otherwise, I can't imagine if you just leave people uncertain.
As you know, my map reading is not that good. I need support on the journey as well.
Absolutely.
Thank
And
you.
therefore, I'm asking others to support each other. You know.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Ian.
May I add something?
I've got a question.
I was talking some weeks ago with Arantxa, and we are also in conversation with Ricardo from the PMO group in order to be able to support each other, because we are doing, let's say, complementary works in different groups, so we can help each other. I mean, for the new strategies and business model group, having the possibility that the companies and businesses participating have this vision perspective is perfect. Is something that is a gift. And then the PMO group is developing their portfolio of support. So it is something that we can do together in order to help as much as possible. Being aware that we are, let's say, an initiative that is there to help, not to do the work of the businesses, because that's for McKinsey. And even if they go after the work, but we are not there to do that. We are there to help, not to do the tough work.
No, what we were looking for was support. I totally agree. The company has to have the commitment. It is the company's vision, but they still need, in most cases, guidance on how to actually get that vision delivered. And you said it before, PMOs are experienced people that know how to get things delivered.
We have some people here that know about that, so it's perfect.
It's That's good we're getting it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely agree, Juanma.
Yes, Juanma. Any more questions?
But the point is, Juanma, in which I have one question, because I could not join, and I am still need to watch the session from last week. Okay, so but do you have already companies for the business for your initiative, Juanma?
We have different, let's say, ways, and one of these ways is developing the framework in October with one company. So it would be perfect that this company first attends to one of the sessions, so they get this vision, because more is mainly vision what they lack.
Yeah.
It's vision and hope.
Yeah.
That's what they lack in the beginning. Then you help them, and they have the vision, they have the hope, and they can have a structure. And with the PMO, even more structure. So we are completely complementary in what we provide, because we have different strengths. So we are just adding our part to the right point. So I think we should have a talk after this to coordinate with the PMO group and with your group and our group, and try to do it in a consistent way to give the best possible
this
result.
is a perfect point, and we're absolutely happy to help where we can. And the thing is, I don't want to make the things dependent on each other. First of all, we need to start running. You know, we've been waiting for this moment for a while, being ready actually. And yes, at the same time, we're happy to collaborate with PMO group or whatever the group, and help where we can. That's perfectly fine. Just send me a message and we will chat all together.
Oh, perfect.
Brilliant. Any thoughts, guys? Any support you could promise?
It's becoming, a great, Arancha, Ian, very, very informative, great talk. You know, it's becoming more clear, I think, to everyone here that our individual groups can, at different points, enjoin to assist companies and some individuals with their vision and strategy, and certainly follow-up coaching, because Ian has an excellent point. I just had a conversation earlier this week with a major bank senior vice president, and that was one of his complaints, was similar to yours, Ian. It was a major consulting firm came in, sold him the bill of goods and said, good luck. And it caused a lot of problems. It was very expensive to fix those problems. Whereas what we have here is, number one, we're not selling anything to anybody, but we have the interdependency of an expertise that's quite creative. And from that, it's going to benefit companies and from multiple angles, which is exciting. There is a lot of talent on this screen I'm looking at right now. And it's exciting to be part of that. So yes, I think you're spot on with that.
Oleg and Orancha, is the coaching, is it geared towards the executives in terms of resilience for the company, or is it aimed for employees?
No, thank you, Diana. It's for C-suite and top executives, because it's not for employees. And if we talk about resilience from a vision and strategy point of view, it's not bouncing back, it's bouncing forward. And that because one of the elements which we are not including into that master classes, because it's a separate issue, its element is called ability. It's how to grow as a visionary leader, which is another self-sufficient part, you know, and it's quite important, where, you know, growing your confidence and growing your awareness of what you do is quite critical. And so you must be strong, confident, credible, courageous, with a great inner excellence. You know, you must be learning, and so you must be supporting team growth, which comes all together, because vision is the team sport. So we could help top layer, right, and for them to go down and help the whole organization.
What might be the indicators of a business that needs this type of coaching? In other words, how would I identify a company that needs this?
If you tell me how many companies with vision you know, then we would never touch them. But I believe you would have a difficulty identifying such companies. There are actually not many. The majority companies in demand. But what's important to consider, I'm always asking my clients or my participants one simple question from the very beginning: why vision is important for you? If people don't realize why vision is important for them, they're just passengers. I'm not about to entertain anyone. Don't get me wrong, you know. But if it's important, and if people would kill for their vision, cool. Because the vision defines the meaningfulness of their life and business and everything. Because it's a commitment, it's an effort. to do something in a very different way. It's not about blah, 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 blah. It's about doing. Vision is inspiration for the future, which we make a reality today.
And it has to be the C-suite that develops it.
Absolutely.
It cannot be brought in. It cannot actually be purchased by the consultants there, which are willing to sit there at the top table, discuss it with them, but never actually get the passion. It has to be the company's view, their vision for themselves. Where do they want to be? What is their biggest challenge today? I hate to say it, but I'm not a little bit older than the most on this call. There's only 2 or 3 companies over the last 30 to 40 years that I've been working, that I've gone into, that actually do have a clear vision of why they exist. We see it in the Apples, the Googles, the more successful tech firms. We don't see it in the majority of companies.
They are successful because they know where they go.
Yes. They take the difficult decisions to change and adapt to the environment.
Hi, Ian.
Hi.
Hi, this is Craig. We haven't met before. I haven't really contributed verbally to the conversations, but some of the things that you were saying really resonate with me, and I don't know if I can share a lessons learned that I had like 6 months ago, which might be useful for this. But one of my favorite career experiences happened about 6 months ago when a group of execs asked me to come in to do a vision workshop. And I said, I'm not going to do a boring vision workshop. I'm going to get a 7 foot by 7 foot blank canvas. We're all going to paint the picture of what we think the future's like. Then we meditated for 2 minutes before that, getting them to visualize the future. And then they drew it with their fingers and brushes, lots of symbols and words. And then from that, we broke that down in terms of, right, what does this black blob mean? And then we cascaded back into what the strategy was. And it was awesome.
But
So
it's
I just
actually getting them to admit that they need that roadmap.
Yeah,
Most
well,
companies, when they start trading again after COVID, are going to have lost 12 months profit now. They're going to be in absolute survival mode. They need to wake up and work out what they're actually trading at and what they're good at. Sorry, Oleg, to take it.
Oh, no, Ian, you're very polite. You're talking about survival mode. I'm thinking about panic mode. When they would be in such a loss, they would be in panic.
Yes.
And they need just their mind to be really sober and focused on the future, not being dependent on on the past.
You can't sell the past. You can only sell your future.
Exactly.
I would like to say something.
Sorry.
I think it's important to us to understand the whole picture of the all groups that are working in this with us, each with a vision, but you have to understand how the parts you be close each other, and how you can with this leverage our efforts toward a broader community. We are speaking about large and medium companies, but before you've been working also with small companies. So you have to understand how you can create an ecosystem where everything may help each other in the effort to survive, to be in panic, or to...
Andrew, we could offer something focused and clear. If you're about to create a ecosystem of visionaries, I'm already creating it myself, right? And if they want to join that ecosystem, brilliant. We already have even a group, you know, but it's about to get these people. And actually, we have a product that we could share and help many, right? And if we'll start expanding it, we will never help anyone because we still will be thinking, and thinking. Now we have something. Is anyone interested to take it? Please. That's it. Simple. And then start from there.
Yeah, I understand. Yes, I understand this, but we are looking for some funders, or let me say, like some funders to start this movement. I have to begin working with this. So I will be trying to find some companies or people that are looking for something.
Andre, I will put it a bit differently. I'm one of the top global thought leaders and experts, right? So I do this for free, so not charging anyone a penny. And I believe that companies would be quite keen to listen to me or to have just to have these lessons. I'm on a Thinkers 50 reader. I'm one of the top on the Thinkers 360. I'm #1 global leading coach by Marshall Goldsmith Thinkers 50. I'm an author of numerous books, so I'm quite reputed. And many companies, believe me, paying a ton of money to have these opportunities where we're sharing it for free. Why not to start with that? Because creating an ecosystem of visionaries across the globe will take years, many years, and you need to have at least a huge institution to get all that people engaged and trained. So it would be beyond our capacity at the moment.
As we know from within the core, we have the experience.
And I would say this is a starting point, as Oleg has just said, and this is the best. And I would say it's a lot we can offer and we can invest now. So I would say we only need these contacts you may have to start with them. And I would say this will give them value for sure. And you can also participate in the masterclass as well, in the first masterclass for sure.
No problem.
Yeah. But I would say we have created this work team in order to add value, and we are ready to do this. So it would be really, really much appreciated if you could contribute with these initial companies that could be interested in. Okay, anything else? I think we are, yes, it's about going to be 6.
Yeah, we're at the top of the hour.
Any more questions or comments? Please send the contacts, both Oleg, Macarena, and myself by email. You have our emails. And we would be with Juanma, Oleg, with Juanma, and with Ricardo. We will set up a conference next week, okay? Juanma just wrote me in order to coordinate, okay?
Cool. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for your great input. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.